Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Blue House Vintage. I've got a thrift haul style video for you. I've done a trip to the Goodwill Bins recently, and I'd like to show you all of my finds from recent thrift trips. I'm not hitting the thrift stores as much this week because I have so many things already that I don't even have listed for sale. So I'm just going to be focusing on that this week, and I wanted to show you some of the things that I'm going to be putting in the shop over the next couple days. So I found this at the Goodwill Bins, and it's just an embroidery piece with a poem, which would be basically for a daughter-in-law from a mother-in-law. And I thought it was really cute and sweet. So at my Goodwill Bins, it's $1.35 per pound. So that's what I paid for that. Super light, so I don't know, maybe it was $1, probably maybe even less than that for that. And then I'll show you this teapot next. So this, I don't know, I've never bought a teapot before. So I see them all the time, but this one really stood out to me as being kind of unusual and pretty, and I feel like it would be really cute in somebody's kind of cottage style kitchen. So I decided to take a chance on it and pick it up. It was $7.99, and the brand is Allison LL, I think that says. Fine porcelain, and it's called Pansy, the pattern. So this will be available on the shop. Just need to get all this stuff photographed and listed. I also found this little copper kettle a couple days ago, and this is made in Portugal. And I thought it was cute. It has some nice like patina on it. The wood is like kind of weathered and like antiqued. And so I thought it would be a really cool little decorative item for a kitchen. And that, I think I paid $7, $7 or $8 is usually what Value Village prices these copper kettles at. So I found another item at the Goodwill Bins this time. This was a flat rate for this item. It was $3, and it's a vintage accordion wine rack. And it was so funny because when I went to the Goodwill Bins and I found this, I had just sold the other one out of my shop. So I sold one, and then I found one immediately after that, and it's in really good shape. It has these nice little brass or gold metal hammered little hardware on it, and then it is made in Japan. There's a marking there, so that was a really cool find for only $3 at the Goodwill Bins. This was actually in the furniture section, sitting on top of some dressers. So I was really excited to find that one. That will be available too. I did find a few days ago, actually maybe it was a couple weeks ago now, actually, I found this pair of brass candlestick holders, I should say. And this was $7.99 for the pair. I think it was Value Village or Goodwill, I can't remember where I got these from, but they're super solid, really pretty pair of brass candlesticks. So I was really excited about this find. And I felt like $8 for two of them was a good price. So I was very happy with that. And I recently found also at Value Village this set of two chalkware sconces. So you put your candlestick in this spot here, and they have little hooks to hang on the wall. And for two of these, they were $4.99 for two. So I thought also that was a really good price. There is some damage on this. I'm gonna try to see if I can just touch it up a little bit with some gold paint. And then I haven't decided if I'm gonna DIY these or if I'm gonna just sell them as is, because I was thinking they might be kind of cool in my house, maybe if I painted them gold. But anyway, let me know what you think of that idea. Should I go ahead and paint them and keep them, or sell them as is? And I also found, let's go back to the Goodwill bins. Actually, I found these in one of the blue bins, and I'll show you what's inside here. And I kind of wasn't sure about whether or not I should take them, but I decided to give it a try. So this is a knitting and crochet kit, and it's full of all sorts of different sizes of needles and utensils. Lots of them are made in England, so really good quality set. And apparently these needles, they go for a lot of money. So this is a really good set. There's got to be, I don't know, maybe 50 or more in here. And it comes with this little vintage felt folding bag that ties. And so I'm going to list this on my shop and see what the interest level is on this. But I'm thinking about asking about $40 for this. So if there's any knitters or crocheters out there listening, if you think that that's a reasonable price for something like that, let me know, because I'm not a knitter, so I'm not too sure the correct pricing. So if you know, you can fill me in, drop me a comment. I did find this at Value Village like a week or two ago, and it's a beautiful glass frame. It has little notches here that you stick your picture in underneath, and it was $6.99. It's a very heavy, like, crystal frame. It has a little stand on it. And the last time I put crystal frames in my shop, they sold right away. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna give this one a try. I thought it was really cool and unique. So that was a neat find, and that it's so heavy. That is real heavy crystal. I did find this as well in the last couple weeks at Value Village. So another antique kettle. This one has lots of patina on it, so I think it would make a really cool decorative item in a kitchen. And it has that blue and white porcelain handle and knob. So this one was kind of special. I just love how antique it is. And I really like this one. This one might be a little bit hard to part with. I got it for $8. As you can see, it's seen some time. So really special one there. And let's show you next. We'll show you these next. So I found again at Value Village. So these were $6.99 for a set of 2 of these canisters. This one is labeled tea, and it's just a wood box made by I think it's Barbercraft. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but made in Canada. This is a little box for your tea. I thought it was really cool. And this is the coffee, as the matching coffee set as well. With the little lid. So I think those would be really cool item for somebody to have in their kitchen. I was excited about that find. I've been finding a lot of wood stuff lately, which is really cool. I always love finding wood stuff. This I found the other day at, again, Value Village. I think it was $5.49. And these sell for quite a bit. I've seen a wide array of comps online for how much this item is worth. The highest one was $272, which I feel like is quite a lot of money to ask for a desktop organizer. I saw another one on Etsy for $120. I mean, for me, I feel like $50 would be the most that I would charge for this item here, but it is gorgeous. It has little detailing here on the side. It's made in India and has like this tree kind of design on the back. So it's very, very cool. So I saw it and I immediately just grabbed it because I haven't seen one quite this pretty. A lot of them are just quite basic. I'm tempted even to keep this one and replace the one that I have in my office upstairs with this one. So I haven't 100% decided what to do with that one yet. And on that same thrift trip, I did find this too. I've seen these before and I've never picked them up, but for whatever reason, I felt like getting it and giving it a try. It's a vintage, probably 1970s mail organizer that you mount on the wall. And it has a section here for letters, bills, and miscellaneous. You've probably seen these before. And then the little hooks for you can hang your keys. And it was in good shape. It's nice kind of walnut color. And again, it's a Gift Craft is the brand. And then I think that sticker says made in Taiwan. So we'll make this available on the shop if anybody is interested. And let's see. Oh, these are really pretty. I really want to show you these. I was really excited to find these. A set of 6 of these mid-century glasses. So it's a cattail kind of bulrush design. It's really beautiful. And they're in perfect condition. There's a few like manufacturing blemishes like on the rims and whatnot, but they're really pretty set. In great condition, and these were $7.99 for 6. So I thought that was, for a set of 6, I thought that was a great price. So those will be going up on the shop. They'll be a little bit hard to part with, actually, but someone will love them. And then I found this tray and I could not resist. I thought it was gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think of this tray. It's super heavy. Like, this is a high quality serving tray. It does have a few like little nicks or blemishes, but I thought it was stunning. I love the swirly kind of design of it. And it was $9.99. So I'm going to be selling this tray. But yeah, such a solid, like look how thick it is. This was a good find. I just thought that was too good to leave behind. I think maybe this is the last item. I found this walking stick and then I kind of regretted getting it because I didn't look it over properly. And I realized that like he's missing an ear. I don't know if you can see. So he's missing an ear here. He's got a little wear on his little nose. So I'm kind of sad that he's missing his ear. But nonetheless, I mean, it was $5.49 for this walking stick and it's really cool. I feel like it's still worth a little bit of money. So anyway, I decided I got it, so it's mine now. And we'll see what I do with it. My daughter really loves it. She's like, I want to keep it. I want it to be my walking stick. So we'll see. But anyway, kind of a neat find. That's, I think, it for the thrift finds. I also found this piece of art at the Goodwill Bins for $10. I had a different piece of art in my cart, which was like a fiber art cross-stitch piece. But this girl asked me if she could trade me for this one. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So let me know what you think of this trade. Would you have gotten this piece as well? And let's get into what sold recently in the shop, starting with the wine rack, the accordion wine rack. And it sold for $48 on Etsy. This was a really pretty one because it had that chain that was still attached to the top. And next up, we have something that's been in the shop for a while that's finally sold. So I had a set of 2 of these summer impression pattern Pyrex mugs, and they went for $16 on Etsy. Next up is the Otagiri Loon mug, and that went for $18 on Etsy. And this set of 3 gold medal frames sold for $32. This was a set of like 2 8x10s and then 1 5x7. And next up is the serving spoon with the mother of pearl handle. So this went right into the shop and right out again. It sold right away for $29. And the same person actually ordered the next 2 items as well, because they really do look great as a matching set. So she also got the candle snuffer with the bone inlay for $42. And she also picked up a set of cheese knives that's been in the shop for a week or 2 with mother of pearl handles as well. So those look really great and in her house as a set. And those went for $35. So really happy with how well the shop has been doing over the last little bit. Sales seem to keep rolling in. So thank you so much for your guys' support. I really appreciate it. And next up we have the Otagiri Owl mug, and that one went for $16. And I think I paid, I don't know, I usually pay between $2 to $4 for these mugs, depending on how nice it is and which thrift store. I can't remember the cost of this one. And then the set of 2 vintage kind of 80s frames, they sold for $27 on Etsy. And I believe I paid $1 for these at the Salvation Army 50% off sale that I was at. So obviously a good sale there. And then the gold medal wine rack sold for $25. So this one, I priced it low because it has some rust that I wasn't able to get off and some imperfections, but I still think it looks really pretty styled up. And I also sold these set of 8 drawer pulls that I found at Wynn's, and they sold for $32 on Etsy. And I think I paid something like $4 for them. So that was a kind of a neat one too. So keep looking for hardware at your thrift stores. At the same time, I also found these mid-century furniture legs. And I think I paid $6 for them, and I sold them on Etsy for $50. This was a set of 6. So really beautiful tapered classic mid-century furniture legs. And I don't know if you remember a couple months ago, I went to an estate sale and I found these mid-century toothbrush holders, and those sold for $32 on Etsy. So that was a fun little sale. And then finally, the sheet music that I got, I think it was even in 2023 that I got this vintage book of sheet music that sold for $26. So it was in the shop for a while, but somebody now will be able to finally enjoy that. So that was pretty neat one as well. And also the brass trifold frames sold for $24. I don't remember what I paid for them, probably $2, $3 for this. And yeah, a lot of frames have sold recently actually. So keep your eye out for frames if you are looking in the thrift store for stuff to sell. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week for more thrift style video. See you then.